going 4 wide down into the hairpin and turn 1. Oh, we've got one of the Fishy Motorsports boys off out there. Was that Brett Warby by the look of that? We've got Jimmy Dalton here up into 3rd place with a great start. He's slotted himself up 2 spots and a beautiful, beautiful start from him. Adam Hughes behind him also up 2 spots. Stefan, absolute brilliant start. I'm not sure who, did you catch who that was from the Fishy Motorsports boys?
I didn't, but I did see that Harry Dodds has just had a spin in the background along with Jake Edwards there going through the S's, and Chris Island bogged down from the start again, same as last week, but unfortunately there wasn't any crashes this week. It did look like it might have been all the, all seem to be going around a bit here.
Peter Baxter's just left pit lane by the look of it in the, just about to leave pit lane in the safety car there by the look of it, guys.
It does look, yeah. I do believe we're under yellow here because all those guys did back up and back off there and not pass. Sorry, Braden Martin there while he was spun out, but it looked like, yeah, I could be wrong, but it looked like Chris Island had a bit of a bad start there again, and then Greg Barber overshot turn 1, something massive, which stacked up the pack a little bit and caused a bit of a melee and sort of just went on from there.
Yeah, so it was Michael Whiting on turn 1 on that hairpin. It was Michael Whiting that first went off, which I think started the chain reaction.
So the blue car on the inside is the one that's going to overshoot.
That's Greg Barber.
Greg Barber shoot the gap, which has sort of blocked everyone else up. We've got Dalton there who's made contact. It's yeah, so that with Greg going off there, it sort of just bottled them all up, and then from there the melee continues.
Yeah, because by that point everyone was trying to avoid it, weren't they? I think it put Michael Whiting off enough that he was kind of, he had nowhere to go. Instead of spinning, I think he just kind of went off to avoid it from locking up, right?
Yeah, and then I saw Harry Dodds having a moment here through the S's as well as the 4 wide going through that. That explains that.
Harry Dodds, yeah.
So it looks like Jake Edwards, Harry Dodds, Michael Whiting, and I think the other fishy car there in the green, Jamie Dyke, just took evasive action and decided to go straight to avoid going 4-way through there. So that's just a simple 4 doesn't fit into that corner at all.
Yeah, exactly right. It was definitely a square peg in a round hole, that was.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Greg I think he might have gotten, I think he was a lot of cars to his right-hand side. Do you think he might have missed his braking point, or missed his due for his braking point? Maybe look at that.
Definitely, I think he might have been focusing. It could have been Michael who was alongside him and just trying to outbrake Michael a little bit. But Michael probably was on the threshold of his braking as well, as he only just made on his obstruction. He would have only just made the corner, so I think he's just tried to outbrake Michael and then looked up and seen that he was absolutely going to clean up Blake Delaney there and decided to try and shoot the gap. So he did a good job of avoiding everyone and not causing someone to, race to end, but very easy to do on, turn 1 when you're trying to fight for positions, especially in a caliber of field like this. It's you got to fight for every position when you can.
Oh, massively, and we had out of that melee, we had 12 cars that got caught up in that melee, guys. So, definitely a deserved safety car. So Peter Baxter's back out on track now in that very nice looking McLaren.
It does look like.
Thank you very much for the promo department, legendary. Thank you very much, and race control, legendary legends. I do not.
So just looking at the timing tail there, it does look like Jake Edwards has come off worse from having currently P27. Starting, I believe, at P12 or 11, so it looks like he's definitely come off the worst, and same with Harry Dodds and Christopher Island back there in 25th, 26th and 27, so not the way those boys probably would have wanted to start their race tonight.
So just got a DSL action replay of
Harry in the middle, Michael trying to hold it, and then and then Jake's just sort of an innocent victim in that. Does he avoid the wall? No. You get away with that. There won't be any visit. Is he going to bend the wing?
That would have done the damage, right? Damn it! Yeah, definitely bent the wing, and we all know.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back once again to SRW TV for the GT3 Porsche Cup Series. My name is Dano, as always, and with me in the commentary box is Chef Toddy this evening for my favorite track, once again, Road Atlanta. Oh my god, I love this track.
Oh,
This series,
yes.
of course, is brought to you by DSL Welding, Promo Dept and Dragonrc. A big thank you to them for sponsoring us this evening. And we have our lovely producer, Shibby, in the camera angles tonight. Toddy, how you going, mate?
Awesome. This is going to be amazing tonight. Such a roller coaster of a track. I'm really looking forward to it, especially after Tuesday night's radicals. We might see a few safety cars tonight. Quite a hot track though today. Hey, 36 degrees on track. And
36
degrees track
really
temperature.
isn't too bad. For Road Atlanta, honestly, it's been worse. That
Can't
is,
get
yes,
worse then. Yeah.
It's on the hotter side, yes, but it is a bearable track. I know we usually get the similar sort of temperatures. A 28-degree air temperature, though, that's very, very hot for an air temperature.
And humidity's quite high as well.
See how Jeremy Bush has got complete control over the car through the corner. Toddy, you were mentioning earlier that through turn 11 there and through turn 12, you were struggling with a bit of rear end getting loose on you, so we'll have to be keeping an eye on
when I was talking to Deno about it, and I thought there was a bump there, but he was saying there's not a bump, it's just the line, and were you saying it just gets a bit off camber, is it, Deno?
Yeah, it does. As you go over the hill, you start to turn, and it's a tiny bit off camber. It's kind of weird how it works. Especially in the Porsche Cup, where every single little movement affects your lap times and can gain and lose you time. Look at this beautiful livery that Daniel Fritz has got on there. The 711 car. It's a lovely, lovely livery. So yeah, if we have a look at the onboard of somebody going through turn 10 and turn 11, so we'll have an onboard with Daniel Fritz here, and if we can get a little bit zoomed out, we can have a look at the steering input. Oh, a little bit too far. There we go. So you'll see about, 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right. Up the hill, short shift into fourth. You should. And yeah, run it all the way to the edge.
Okay.
And
yeah, because if you get it wrong, it feels like there's a bump there, and that's what was putting me off. It feels like it unsettles the back of the car.
Yeah, it really does. These Porsche Cup cars do not like bumps. And they get unsettled quite easily, so you've got to be quite careful. Third gear, oh, you want to be taking a little bit more of the inside curb there through turn 3. And I don't think the S's are flat. They're flat in the normal GT3 cars, but I don't think they're on the Porsche Cup. I don't think there's enough grip. But I could be wrong.
Corey McFarlane already under the 121s, mate. Wow, that's crazy. Already fast. Well, you know Corey McFarlane's fast, though.
Yeah, really good lap from him. He's got, oh geez, he's almost 5K I rating, so that is a very fast driver. I feel like I haven't actually seen him much this season.
We saw him. No, we saw him in the. We've seen him in the F3s, and he's been very, very competitive, very, very fast in the F3s. So, he had a great round last night. So, it's good to see him in the Porsches tonight. So, we'll see if he can dominate once again tonight. Yeah,
I feel like he's not someone that was really driving in this series too much. He's not on any of the standings from what I can see. So maybe he's just a wild card entry for this evening. He's been asked to race, but he's definitely set a fast lap.
Part of the Senate Sim Sports boys. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is the Send It Sim Sport. As he comes across the line, he's setting another lap. What is that lap time? It is... Was it faster? I'm not too sure.
That was his best. Yes, it was faster. That was a 120.73 there. He's beat that by about 1/10 there. Just over 1/10. So that's he's still lapping quicker, and he's only 6 minutes in. So once these guys start to run down a bit of fuel, etc., in qualifying, I'm sure Corey McFarlane might. Oh, I'm sure he'll get to mid 120s. What do you reckon?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Corey's a pro.
Yep. So about 3.5 tenths ahead of Greg Barber here in qualifying. And that is quite a substantial margin. Usually it's not too big compared to each other. Of course, Adam Hughes hasn't had a lap put in yet. He is out on track now. And we'll wait and see what he can do. But yeah, the number 1 car with that lovely new crisscross livery.
Cool. Yeah, they're looking very, very good on track. Hopefully they have a bit better luck towards the end of the race as the team did last week. We saw a few incidents towards the end of the race, so it was a bit of bad luck there, guys. But they definitely made some comebacks towards the end of the race, and they all worked together. So that was great to see. But we've actually got quite a big field tonight as well. We've got 20 races in now. We've got 2 safety cars just in case there tonight, guys. Hopefully that's not a bad omen. What do you reckon, Dennis?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. This is a track that, the safety car can come out, but hopefully it doesn't, as we'll stay on board with Mr. Hughes here and see what he can do coming onto this lap. Yep, cut enough there, get it straight over the hill. He's going to hold a wide line. There is a tiny little bump. You were right, Toddy, but it's not, I think, substantial enough that it should have been causing you too much issue.
Yeah,
So
I think I was just
think
getting a bit too much early on the gas and getting a bit too overzealous on the gas, and then that bump was over-exaggerating itself, possibly.
Yeah, so we'll see. Here comes Adam Hughes through turn 3. Beautiful amount of curb there. That's beautiful. You want 2 of those wheels over that curb and 2 on the tarmac, and then put the left-hand side wheels on the curb. It is flat through the S's, which is lovely to see. Yep, 2 curb. Oh, a bit of steering correction as they come into turn number 6 and 7, braking at that 200-meter board. And that's a bit too much curb, I think, but he's taken it very nicely. Should be first gear, short shift to second. And the long run into turn 10, turn 9 is around this corner.
See, nice. I'm loving the camera angles from our illustrious producer, Nathan Shibby Howard. Look at that. That is awesome. With that brand new livery. Oh, the pool master with the water effects on the side of it. That's a really cool addition to the livery. I wasn't sure what that was from far away, but right on the side of that car there, that water effect looked really cool.
And the lap from Adam Hughes goes P4, so he is still a bit far down. It does a 121.34, and Corey McFarlane has done a 120.5. And Chris Island and Greg Barber have done a 120.72 and a 120.76, so very close between those two.
They're hunting him hard.
A 121.3 from the number 16 car on your screens, Tim Korn, and it looks like there's a bit of traffic there on your screens. It looks like somebody was taken out. It's like a teammate of sorts.
Yeah, it seems one of the locked-on lads has had a bit of a moment just coming onto the back straight a bit earlier there as well. Not sure who that was, but we've definitely got some fast guys on track. Benjamin Siren up into second in the AM class as well. He's been one to watch over at the end of the last season and throughout this whole season. Actually, he's gotten a couple of drives of the day, and he's really definitely one to watch. And Tim Court and him have definitely had a big battle, as well as Mitch Campbell as well. So. Actually, the top 4 in the M class are definitely ones to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Tim Comp, Ben Siren, Mitch Campbell, and Daniel Fritz always have a really good battle, actually, between them. And Harry Dodds as well, number P8 at the moment with 122 flat. He's going to be wanting to get into those 21s and get a nice lap time down. We know he's got some pace. He did quite well in the supercars, just came up short, unfortunately. Missed out on his win, having a coming together with Bruce Tannock just at the same track in the supercars, and he was a bit unfortunate there. But yeah, he's going to want to get a little bit further. He's dropped down to P9 now, so he's going to want probably a mid-21s here. It looks like he... we're just waiting to see on the bottom there. Okay, 2 improvements on this lap, so he could be on for a good lap.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was a bit... He's taking that...
A little bit deep.
Quite, yeah.
A little bit deep, but comes through turn 11 very well, and through turn 12. Oh, a little bit of oversteer through the corner. What lap time does he do? It's a 121.4. 7.9, so into P7, and you can see how close it is between P4 all the way to P7, P8 even as well. It's about 0.5 from P4 to P7.
And Benjamin Siren just got a purple in the last sector, last lap as well, so he's definitely one to watch. Yeah, he's pushing hard.
Ben Siren, we know, is a very quick driver. Last week didn't have the best of performances. I think it was just a track that he had to put the practice on, as we see a 9.5 Sim Sport car in the background going around.
Curse the commentator there. What's happened there? Oh, it's Kyle Zinkoff in the background. I'm thinking, yeah, Kyle Zink there's just had a bit of a moment in the background there. Oh, that's a bit of unfortunate. His teammates just pulled over there and just
Ben goes into the pits.
Jump back into pits. I'm sure they're on race radio now going, okay, cool, that's the moment. Cool, we'll just both jump back on the track. Make sure we're working together. Because I'm sure they're working on a bit of team plan at the moment as well. Making sure that they're utilising each other's draft, etc., so they can make sure that both of those guys can push up through the field throughout the race.
You would think the draft is important here. It's only really important down that back straight. You don't really want the draft through the S's or anywhere else because it can really affect your turn, and that dirty air does have an effect on the car. And Chris Ireland has done a quicker lap, so he's done a 120.64. He's now 1/10 off of Corey McFarlane.
Come on, look at that.
We're just getting word on whether Corey can actually race in this race, because he's not in... seemingly has snuck into the session, so might have done a little cheeky, but we've apparently got the all good.
Yeah, so Dano, you know this track like the back of your head. Where is the best passing spots on this track? Which corners?
The best passing spot, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but it's actually the best passing spot is obviously in turn 10. Now that is the long run down the back straight. Right into this little chicane here. You kind of can dive up the inside, and it's a little bit hard to do because you have to maintain the speed and try and get in front to cut off the car on the outside. But then you can actually do it in turn 1 or 2 as well, depending on the run that you get through it. But I wouldn't do it anywhere really unless you really have the overspeed on the car in front of you. So yeah, it's really into turn 10 is really the only place you can pass. Turn 1 kind of has that single line. If you're side by side, you might be able to make a pass. But if you're not side by side, I wouldn't be doing any dive bombs or anything. So turn 10 is where I'd say the moves come. And also into turn 6, which is the 2 right-handers before the long straight.
Okay, but with both sections though, you have to set it up through how well you do the chicanes, essentially, right? So the S's is a very important part of this track. You can gain and lose so much time through there if you're stuck behind a back marker. So if you are a car that is, in that pro series and you're stuck behind a bunch of amateurs, you're going to lose a lot of time. As somebody who drove the LMP2 around here in the Petit Le Mans series, if you got stuck behind, or not series, the Petit Le Mans race, if you got stuck behind a GT3 car through those S's, you lost about 3 or 4 seconds. So if they're stuck behind an amateur car who maybe isn't taking the S's flat, can lose up to about a second or so, which can really affect your run through the next part of the lap. That's pretty sizable disadvantage if you do get in the wrong place at the wrong time, etc. And I suppose when they do the long races around here as well, you have to take into the fatigue factor, etc. as well. If you're coming through back markers in the middle of the night, then it might be a bit different too.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, the back markers will come into play. Of course, if you are stuck behind a back marker in the S's and they have blue flags, they can't really pull over up until turn 5, which is the exit of the S's. So it's very hard. If somebody, you know, doesn't have the experience on the track and they're trying to get out of the way on the S's, it can affect pretty much everyone. As we see, that's the number 09 of Braden Martin coming across the line. He does a 1:22.0, but looks like he's gone P10 with that lap. Unfortunately, it doesn't make an improvement.
Oh, with the new livery as well. David Leslie and the new livery looking very, 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 very nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice after dark sim racing livery. He's in P6 at the moment with a 1:22.3. As yeah, it's been a pretty good qualifying. We're almost 20 minutes into it now, and we've got about 12 minutes to go in this qualifying. And yeah, Corey McFarlane currently on pole, and he will keep that pole. We've been told that he is good to race. And yeah, about a 1/10 of a second over Chris Ireland, and Greg Barber and Adam Hughes have a little bit of time to gain if they want that pole position.
I'll tell you what, a standout for me for the last 2 weeks has been Greg Barber. He's had some massive improvements and he's been real fast up with these guys. Smashing up with the likes of Adam Hughes and those sort of people. So he's really, really pushing on. So it's really cool to see him really getting some improvements and getting a bit more consistency in race as well. So really awesome to see him jumping up a couple of spots from last season.
Yeah, you're right. He has actually been doing quite well. He's been pretty consistent. He was on the podium last week when we raced at Daytona. So, big lockup there from the 666 car. We're now switching to Callan Hodgkinson on your screens.
In 17th place there. He's done a 22.58 is the best. And guys, there's only, wow, there's less than there's just over 2 seconds separating last and first, other than Steven Sigovic, just having a bit of a hard time at the back there. Well, he's another 2 seconds behind, about a second and a half behind the crew there, but he hasn't had much practice, to be honest, so we'll let him off. Oh, Braden Martin there with his fastest lap just here, guys. Braden Martin's just done his fastest lap there with 1:21.68, pushing himself up the standings, quite a few placings there. So he's done a really brilliant lap there. So he's pushed himself up once again, another faster lap. He's done a 1:21.37. Come on, son. Braden Martin on the push now. He's pushed down. He's down into the last 5 laps here, guys. 5 minutes, sorry, I should say. Into the last 5 minutes. He's obviously gotten those tyres into an optimum tyre window, and he's definitely run down this fuel a bit. So, yeah, he's just letting him pass.
He's let it go, so that's a good move there. I wouldn't do that in the race, though. I would honestly have continued to push through the lap and let him go at the top of the hill, but that's something that you kind of learn with the track. You know, you don't pick it up as easy. You can, you know, sometimes it does look like there is space on the S's, but given the single line that it has, it's very hard to realize that if you don't have the experience. So it does take a little bit, as we see Jake Edwards getting a little bit of wheel correction over the top of turn 5. It's turn 6 and 7 now.
Just had to avoid that on the outside, I think. It always puts you off a little bit when a crew chief gets on your radio and says, "Oh, car to your left, stay right, stay right." And you know where the racing line is, and sometimes it's not quite on the racing line. And sometimes people aren't in the right place and you're not in the right place at the right time. So it can put you off sometimes, or it puts me off sometimes. So I'm sure it doesn't at these guys' caliber.
Well,
you can't to get these guys fast pace, but you know.
You can't let crew chief dictate you and let it control you. So if you've got somebody saying car left, you just have to keep it in the back of your head that there's a car left and keep to your right is what I usually do.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's all that happens when I hear that. as we
So
see
when you
things
have
being
back
glitched.
markers in there, and sometimes or other people that aren't so confident, sometimes they make unpredictable moves, and it's. I'm not talking about in our series, but definitely in officials. Sometimes you get some people make some questionable moves in front of you,
Oh
thinking
yeah.
you're going one way and you're not going that way. You're trying to stay where you're trying to stay. You'll get around them, but they think that So it gets a bit confusing, but you don't see this in our beautiful series, so which is awesome to see.
Yeah, thankfully everyone is nice and clean here in SRW, and we get some nice clean races. A little bit of elbows out racing at times, but for the most part, it's clean elbows out. Every now and again, we do get the odd rough and tumble, and you
And
can
we
see.
have had a few safety cars come out, etc.
So you can see Chris Island kept that wheel nice and straight through turn 11. Really pushed it as far as he could through the corner, and braking just at the start of the
through
asphalt.
the chicane.
Sorry?
Through this first S's, is there a secret through here? Because
Um,
you need to get the inside. You need to get the curb on inside and exit, or
yeah. So you want the curbing. You don't want it on the exit of turn 1. But you want it on the entry, and so turn 2 is the left, turn 3 is the right. So you want it on the entry into turn 3 and exit of turn 2. So it's on that left-hand side. You kind of want to ride it a little bit, and then you want to throw the car in basically blind into turn 3 and get those 2 wheels on. You can get an off-track and stuff going through that corner if you mistime it, but you'd rather take the off-track than go deep into the corner, because you'll go straight onto the grass, and the grass will send you right into oncoming traffic. So
I've done that a couple of times.
Problem.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times in practice. So.
Into turn 10, braking at that 100-meter board, right onto the curbing on the right-hand side. Chris Island getting a nice use of curbs there, and you'll see him hold that wheel just with a little bit of angling as straight as he can through the corner, and taking no curb on that right-hand side to not unsettle the car. And he does a 1:21.475, so a second slower. I think he'll be going again.
Oh, he's pushing hard though, and it just goes to show the skill of Corey McFarlane in our pro class there, and with over a second, almost a whole second in front of our second place person. Oh, wow!
And that's the pit lane. it creeps up on you quite easily. You've got to definitely practice that pit lane entry. And Matthew Dowse really misjudged that one.
We saw that on Tuesday night with the Radicals as well. A few people misjudged that. We didn't see it as spectacular as that. We saw somebody just go straight into the tyre barrier on the entry, but that was quite cool. He was just doing a bit of 50-50 grind on the pit wall there, on the pit railing.
Yeah, probably not the type of grind you want to be doing in a Porsche Cup car. I don't think you want to be doing any grinding in a Porsche Cup car, but we'll get
not in $1 million, not in $1 million car.
We're gonna get race control in here to run us through the race briefing before we start. But as it stands in qualifying, that is your qualifying over. I think the finishing laps are coming across the line. Ben Styron's done a purple sector. I think that is in the amateur class. And is he going to go pole for the amateurs? He's got, I think, about 2/10 to gain. What can he do as he comes across the line? Ben Styron. He isn't able to go pole, so improves on his lap, but unfortunately not able to go pole. So P2 for him in the amateur class. And Corey McFarlane will take pole position here. I think Adam Hughes is still on a lap, unless we have gone through. I think we're still finishing some laps. Adam Hughes comes across the line. What's he able to do? He goes P2.
Oh, so come on!
A 1:20.61. A great lap from Adam at the end of the session to go P2. Very nicely done. Nathan Gore coming across the line.
That's craziness.
Nathan Gore goes P9, and I think that is all she wrote for qualifying this evening. So we're going to hand it over to race control really quickly, which is Ryan Barber, and he is going to run us through the race briefing.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. Welcome to your Sunday night, your Thursday night here at Road Atlanta here for your Porsche SRW Cup. Covering your race control here tonight is myself, Ryan in the race control channel, and the safe car driver, as always, is Peter Baxter. Make sure that you remember to request a tow. This is mandatory and will bring out a safety car. In the event of a safety car, I'll call over the race radio, safety car, safety car, safety car, and then everything will be taken on by Peter. After the race, voice chat will be muted. The podium is free to do burnouts, and the remaining drivers that aren't in the top 3 must return to the pit lane. Tonight you'll have 1 fast repair, unlimited sets of tyres, and you will need to pit. However, you will not have any compulsory pit stops. So good luck for your 50-lap race you have ahead of you. Pretty long one, but keep it clean and don't forget to have some fun.
Thank you very much, Ryan, for that. And taking us through the grid, Corey McFarlane puts it on pole with a 120.544. Adam Hughes for Crisscross Racing puts it on P2, the front row still for him, with a 0.07 behind him. Chris Island, not too far as well, only 200ths back from Adam Hughes. Greg Barber, Matty Doust, Harry Dodds, Jake Edwards, Braden Martin, Nathan Gore, and Kyle Zink is your top 10 for the pro class. I was going to read the amateurs, but I've missed out on it. Let me get it really quickly.
Here we go. So here we go. So Tim Corn at the start at the top of the AM class with Benjamin Siren with massive improvements and the big battles with Tim Corn in second place in the AM class. Then we've got third place in the third qualifying for wrapping out our podium in the AM class is David Leslie, so followed by Dean Sinkovich.
Dean is in front of David.
Sorry. Yep.
It's all good.
He is. Yep. Thank you for the correction. Yes, he is. Sorry. Apologies, Mr. Sinkovich. A very good drive from you, wrapping out our podium. David Leslie in our 4th place on the podium for the AM class. Mitch Campbell, we're getting ready for the lights, so apologies for this. Let's go. Hand back to you.
5 seconds till we get the lights underway here at Road Atlanta. There it is. We get the lights on screen. You'll hear the roar of these Porsche Cup engines come to life as we get ready to go racing here at Road Atlanta. On board with Tim Corn. We are green here at Road Atlanta. Tim Corn gets a good start off the line. Harry Dodds has to cover off Jake Edwards on the inside, but up the inside is Kyle Zink. Braden Martin's trying to have a look around the outside. The 159 car of, I think that's Benjamin Siren trying to squeeze up. No, it's not, sorry. I've lost track of who that is, the 159
Nathan Gore.
It's Nathan Gore, sorry, up the inside. Apologies, Nathan. Overall, a pretty clean start. Chris Island was able to get up into pole. Corey McFarlane had a shocker of a start.
Did he just spin his tyres off the line by the look of that?
Maybe. We've got Jeremy Bush and Mitch Campbell side by side out the back, and Mitch Campbell is able to get the move done around the outside of turn 5. Great move. Dean Sinkovich has also had a shocker of a start. He's down in P7 now.
Ooh. Oh, he's just had a bit of a moment, Dean Sinkovich, on the second corner there. So I think he's just got wrapped up on what's going on behind him, and he's just had a bit of a moment there. So
here's the rear end of Braden Martin having a look at Kyle Zink. Kyle Zink is going to go to the inside, well, outside of turn 9, and he's going to have the inside for turn 10. Looks like Braden Martin is able to cover him off nicely and outbrake him, but Kyle has got the run through the corner. Is he going to be able to cut to the inside and maintain it? No, he's going to stick behind and be patient. That's good driving from Kyle Zink. He's going to take his time and try and force a mistake out of Braden.
Yeah, it's only lap 2, so be patient, fine sir, be patient. He's fast and he's up there with driving with these pro guys as well, and that's what we've seen with a lot of these AM guys can really throw it down hard with these pro guys as well. So it's really awesome to see these guys can really be able to push it into the next season also.
Yeah, some good driving. Adam Hughes is overtaking Chris Island on that last lap and has gotten the lead back. Your reigning champion here on SRW. Adam Hughes leads us away for 50 laps. So we're lap 2 of 50 or 125, oh, 125, an hour and 25.
Chris Island, they're just hunting the back. It's such a train here, guys. And everyone's just sticking on the back of each other. Everyone's just sort of sorted themselves out. We haven't seen a safety car on lap 1 like we have in previous rounds, so it's great to see this really, really close racing and people trying to work, especially teammates working together to. The move!
Chris Island up the inside, a little lock up. There's chaos all the way back. Matty Doust is a little lock up as well, and Chris Island gets up into pole position. Adam Hughes was caught napping, and Corey McFarlane was able to sneak through as well. Matty Doust is right on the back. This is a train of 6 cars, ranging all the way down to Harry Dodds, who's just set the fastest lap of the race.
It's all on for young and old here, guys. Wow, Chris Island, what a move. And he's let his teammate in through there in the door as well. What an absolute move. These guys are just absolutely pushing hard. These guys, obviously, it seems that these guys have done quite a few, all of these guys have done quite a few laps around this track, so it's going to be pretty interesting tonight.
Yeah, it's a lap that's on the official calendar quite regularly. Chris Island goes wide at the exit of turn 5. Adam Hughes is going to be on the outside going into turn 6 and is trying to maximize his exit. He's going to go for it into turn 7. It's not really where you want to get a move done, but he's going to have the draft down the straight through turn 8, which is this little left-hander, and then into turn 9, which is a right-hander. You can see Corey McFarlane absolutely holding that left-hand side to make sure that Adam doesn't have the inside, but here's Matty Doust up the inside. They're almost 3 abreast. Matty Doust gonna go for it on the inside of Hughes. They're side by side. Corey McFarlane, you're trying to get the run around the outside, and he does get the run around the outside. Matthew Doust is your new race leader. Corey McFarlane maintains second, and Adam Hughes finds himself back in third.
Well, Adam Hughes is in the boiler right there. Absolutely, just these boys hunting him hard. And he has
Corey McFarlane going for it up into turn 1. Sorry to cut you off there, Toddy. See, he's going for it into turn 1. They're going to be side by side coming through 2 and 3. And Corey McFarlane up the inside isn't able to get the move done on Matty Doust. Here comes Adam Hughes, though, on the back of Corey McFarlane. He's in a sandwich here, but Harry Dodds has made the move on Chris Island. It's all happening now. It's a train of pretty much 10 cars. I think it is 10 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down to 11th place overall. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 cars. All the way down to P11 is this absolute massive train of cars. And all that, something that could be a problem here is one mistake from anyone in that middle pack or up the front could spell absolute heartbreak. But here goes Corey McFarlane up the inside into turn 9 on Matty Doust. He doesn't have the draft. Matty Doust is going to be on the inside, but Corey covers him off well, places the car beautifully through the corner, and Matty Doust has to settle for second.
But it was very patient from Matty Doust as well. He saw it happening, and he saw it happening around him. He was like, I'm going to leave this place, I'm going to let it go. But he wasn't letting it go easily, but Matty Doust pulling off to the right-hand side here.
I think he's had a slowdown there. He may have taken a little bit too much curb through turn 10, and he's had that slowdown and had to drop back a couple of positions. So Adam Hughes and Harry Dodds up into the podium positions. Chris Island is right on the back of Harry Dodds, wanting to get that position back. This is some incredible racing, and this is why I love Road Atlanta.
Oh yeah, and it's really shooken the field up a lot. We've seen, Harry Dodds has had some mixed rounds, but these guys have definitely had some laps around this track, and that's why we're seeing this really close racing, especially between all these pro and am guys, just mixing it up together. It's so awesome to see.
Yeah, Matty Doust currently stuck in a crisscross Pullmaster sandwich, and he's going to want to get out of that. He's got Greg Barber in front of him. Greg Barber set the fastest lap of the race last lap. And Matty Doust is going to try and use that draft to get in front. And here's Chris Island right on the back of Harry Dodds. Where is Harry going to put that car to defend? Puts it on the inside. Should probably put it to the center. Chris Island is going to have a lunge up the inside into turn 10. And Harry says, have that one, son. But Harry, just getting in the way of Greg Barber. That was legal. He was allowed to do that. Probably not what he wanted to do, as Matt Doust currently gets through because Greg Barber had to slam the brakes. You saw those brakes lock up there into the exit of turn 10. Turn 10 is the combination of that chicane. As we see, there is another send at SimSport, sending it up the inside. Pushes Jake Edwards onto the grass. Can he keep it out the wall? And don't rejoin. That's exactly where you want to rejoin. Beautifully done.
Oh, beautifully done. Thank you very much.
The problem is he dropped off the back of that pack now. He's got a little bit of ground to make up. I'm sure he'll be able to do it. And that was Nathan Gore, sorry, in the 159 car on Jake Edwards. And now he's got Greg Barber to catch.
Such epic, close racing from these guys this whole race. And I thought we might have seen a safety car by now, but we haven't. But these guys are definitely racing hard and racing close. And they're putting on a massive show. It's pretty awesome to see.
Well, we're only 6 laps in, so...
Benjamin Siren on the overtake on the inside.
On the inside of turn 9, but on the outside of turn 10, Nathan Gore holds it on the inside, isn't able to get that front right up into the quarter panel of Ben Siren, and Ben Siren is going to keep that lead of the amateur class and up another position. Here goes Adam Hughes having a look at Corey McFarlane, isn't able to get the move done. Corey's going to have a compromised line through turn 1, and Adam is going to have a much better run. They're going to be side by side going through turn 2, and Adam just backs off a little bit to take the racing line through the corner. You can't battle too much through the lap. As you can see, Chris Island now is also getting involved. We haven't got the intervals just yet up on your screens.
Well, Corey seems like he was attempting to make that car slightly too wide, and that's why he's kind of broken very late. So he's just come through there very nicely.
Well, it seems like these boys are starting to build a little bit of a gap to the cars behind. We've got Harry Dodds, Matt Doust, and Greg Barber all in a battle, and then the field's kind of split off. There was a couple of mistakes. It looks like Kyle Zinks got a little bit of damage to the front end of that car. Mitch Campbell just lets him through. He's got Daniel Fritz behind him, attacking about 8 tenths behind him. But I want to go back to that lead battle. Here's Matty Doust defending from Greg Barber. Greg Barber's looking for it up the inside. Very late braking, a big lock up in the front right. Has he taken too much there? Has he got a slowdown? It looks like he's got the move done. So that little lock up on the front right pushed Matty Doust a bit deep. I think Matty saw it in his mirrors and was able to get out of the way and not get cleaned up by him. And Greg Barber has got the move done. That was really on an edge.
That was full cojones right there. That was on the ragged edge, and he just got it done. But I don't think even Matty Doust believed it happened in front of him. But Matty Doust, it seems like he's getting a bit flashy there behind him. He's trying to get in front of Greg Barber here, but I don't think Greg Barber's ever going to make it easy for him. He's going to put those elbows out, and I think Matty Doust is going to have to set this up quite a few corners in the process, if not a lap in the process. He's going to have to nail basically every corner, and mainly turn 7, and then now through turn 8. Obviously, it's not really that much of a turn down the straight, but he's going to have to nail turn 7. You want to get the best exit you can to absolutely attack, utilize all of that draft coming through turn 8, 9, and into 10. And Matty Doust just a bit too far to make the move on Greg Barber, but he's gained so much time under braking. This car that has gone off at turn 10. A bit of a moment.
Yeah, gone off, pushing a little bit too hard. Tim Korn able to get through up the inside. And now Nathan Gore is going to have a chance to come back at him. Of course, these boys are fighting for overall as well as their pro and amateur standings. Tim Korn kind of just lets him have it as he's trying to catch up to Ben Siren, who is 2.5 seconds up the road.
Really recovered, I suppose, from Nathan Gore there. So Greg Barber, this battle's still going on with Matty Doust and Greg Barber.
A little bit too much curb. Little bit too much curb from Matty Doust. I could see it as soon as he turned into turn 5. That was way too much curb. Unsettled the car completely. I'll see if we can get a DSL welding action replay of that one. As soon as he came through, I knew there was way too much curb. And now he's got to get past Ben Siren and Greg Barber.
That's very unfortunate. Yeah, you could see it as he just came through. I was thinking, oh, that's wrong line. And I was like, maybe you'll catch it. He just had no braking left. So thank you very much to DSL Welding Service for this action replay.
We'll go we'll just get the rewind quickly, and if we can go to an onboard, that would be even better. So there it is. You can see he didn't take enough, he didn't have the steering angle into the right-hand curb, so you kind of take a little bit of curb on that right-hand side, and he hit it on the wrong angle, and it just unsettled him, so he took a little bit too much curb on the inside there, and it kind of messed him up, as Dean Sinkovic gets the move done on the 958 car of, I think it's Kyle Zink, it is, so that damage is kind of affecting Kyle in a negative way. Dean Sinkovic getting a move done. He's still in P7 in the amateur standings, as Braden Martin now defending from Jake Edwards through the S's. So there you go.
This that hard. This is so good. What a battle.
So that's how you're meant to take the end of the S's and turn 5. You take a lot more curb, sort of braking just at the start of that curb and roll the car through the corner, taking a little bit of curb on that inside. Yeah, so that's what caused Matty Dowse to have an unsettling, but he kept it out the wall, and he's back underway as Dean Sinkovic is now under attack from Kyle Zink. He was having a look up the inside into turn 6. Has to play the waiting game and go now at turn number 7 as Dean goes a little bit wide. Here's Jake Edwards having a look at the number 9 of Braden Martin. He goes up the inside, and that move should be done and dusted. Very nicely done up the inside. I told you, Toddy, that's where all the moves will be made.
Yeah, beautifully said. Beautifully said. And you've done plenty of hours around this track. And oh wow, man, it's such a nice, and it actually makes for such good TV in a lot of ways. That passing spot as well. Just Nathan Gore with another moment. What's happened to Nathan Gore here? Maybe we can get a DSL Welding Services action replay for this one. Wow, I'm not sure what's happened there. Oh, Mr. Steven Sinkovic seems to have a bit of a moment also, guys.
Pushing a bit too much. We saw Nathan, of course, yep. So got too much curbing on the inside there.
Wow,
that's a big
got a whole lot
hit
of
with
dirt
the wall.
on the inside even. You see that big puff of dirt also? Wow.
Here's the other
There's
angle.
puff of
So
dirt.
he's turned in just too early.
He's definitely got dirt. Look, he's put the whole tyre over the inside of the curb. It's just hit a bit of grass and dirt, and wow, that's turning around pretty hard.
Into the pit lane. So could that spell a safety car? Here's
Ooh.
Steven Sinkovic.
Yeah, Peter Baxter is out of the pits, guys. So Peter Baxter's jumped to the pits, so we should see a safety car soon. This is on board with Steven Sinkovic there. Wow.
So he locked up.
Wow, that was beautifully done, mate. Look at that. If that needs to be in the highlight reel for advertisements, I think that is exactly how we need to represent our brand. That looks awesome.
Yep, there it is. Safety car is out. Steven Sinkovic, I think, got on the power a bit too early, and that's sort of what caused his spin. But the safety car is out for that incident through turn 12 with Nathan Gore. Yeah, it's going to pick up the leaders, Adam Hughes and Harry Dodds. I think we've had some early pit stops from a couple of the boys going into the pits early.
I'm thinking Peter Baxter might have quite a bit of practice in this McLaren by now. So he might have mastered all these tracks in McLaren. He might need to start doing some GT4 official races in this McLaren. He's done some of these races. He's done more laps in the races.
He's done quite a couple of laps around here. I heard him just before doing a couple of practice laps. So the people who have pit under as soon as the safety car came out was Corey McFarlane and Chris Ireland. So the teammates pitting. Tim Cornt came in, Braden Martin, Greg Barber, Jake Edwards, Dean Sinkovic, Steven Sinkovic or Nathan Gore. Both of them, I think, towed to the pit lane, which was additional to the safety car. So a few of those boys coming into the pits. It says that Steven Sinkovic's top speed is 336 kilometers an hour. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, possibly not. Yeah, that's interesting, but that's possible. It's pretty impossible, but that would be pretty impressive to see, especially around Road Atlanta. Yeah,
it certainly would be. So we can have a look and see So this mixes it up. I think Adam and Harry have made a mistake here not coming into the pits, as Chris Island and Corey McFarlane are both going to have an advantage here, having taken that pit stop under safety car. But in saying that, they've also got a little bit to catch up, especially in that midfield being stuck.
It could even be a two-stopper. You never know. Like we saw in the F3s last night, we saw a lot of people running out of fuel in the top in the top 5, running out of fuel in the last lap or last couple of laps. So we could see the same things if these guys, because we saw a few safety cars. It does mix up the bunch, and people make questionable decisions, or they've got questionable data going through their ears, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, a lot of those boys will have spotters telling them when to pit and what to do, and I'm sure Corey McFarlane and Chris Island are communicating with each other on a joint strategy there, having both jumped into the pits. So we'll see how the strategy works for those boys who haven't pit. So Adam Hughes, Harry Dodds, and Matt Doust. Of course, with the safety car, you can take those tyres and chuck a new set on, because you've got the time to do it. As we see Jeremy Bush just catching up to the field.
Oh, so we got Adam Hughes out in front, Harry Dodds, Benjamin Siren, number 1. Oh, look at that, number 1 in the AM class is currently sitting in 3rd there after the safety car, and a little incident. It wasn't a massive one, but pretty heavy damage to the car. But we have to see the race control out in force, and it's great to see them out here. Big thank you to the promo department, and definitely don't envy the job that you have, because it must be very, very hard to manage all these guys. It must be like herding cats sometimes. So very well done from you guys. And if you're out there in Facebook and YouTube land and all our socials, make sure you hit the notification bell. Give us some love out there, guys. Make sure if you hit that notification bell, you'll be up to date with all our streams 6 nights a week throughout a different series. Check us out, simracingworld.com.au. Thank you.
So safety car pulls into the pit lane, and Adam Hughes will lead them away. He controls the field now, and where he goes is up to him. I'm sure he's going to go on the exit now, and he should go right now. Exactly. The exit of turn 11 into turn 12. That's a perfect place, and it looks like he's caught Harry Dodds napping a little bit. Got a decent gap to him. Matty Doust has got the jump on Corey McFarlane as well.
Oh,
Never.
Start.
Yeah, great start.
Very
and
clean.
There is Ben Siren having a look at Matty Doust. Is he able to get the move done? He's not. Oh, sorry, Matty Doust making a move on Ben Siren. I've been corrected. So, sorry, it's a bit... We'll get the overall standings in just a moment. It's a bit tough to see with all the pro amateurs, which is not anyone's fault. It's just my bad, as Corey McFarlane makes a move on Callan Hodgkinson up the inside. Nice and easy. And now he has got the 666 car of David Leslie in front of him, followed by Ben Siren. So the pit stop strategy for the amateurs has worked out for a couple of those boys.
Yeah, 100% it definitely has. But we'll definitely see once these guys get back up to race pace, we'll definitely see some moves. And
here's Greg Barber having a look at Braden Martin up the inside. He's just had his pit stop, and he is going to have an easy move up the inside. Gets it done before the entry of the corner. Lovely stuff.
Brilliant moves with these guys. Hey, it's such a brilliant track for Porsches.
You can see how much extra speed Corey McFarlane has on the exit of 12, and that he is well in front of David Leslie through the corner. But David Leslie trying to squeeze up the inside through turn 2 and isn't able to do it. Has to settle for the P5 or P6, sorry, in the overall standings. Ben Siren still on P4, and there is a SRW car off.
Oh no!
That is in turn 1. And now David Leslie has to defend from Chris Island. Chris is going to go to the inside. Is he going to have the move done? He's going to be up to him. Doesn't get the move done. And now he's compromised his run for turn 7. Little lockup, though, from David Leslie is certainly going to help him. He's definitely going to have the draft. Pulls to the outside through turn 8, and that is going to be easy done, I'm sure, before turn 10.
He'll be able to roll back over the top of that hill as long as he gives him enough room. He'll have this right on the inside. Oh, getting pretty close here, but these guys have enough respect for each other. Down into his second set of S's. Oh, there's a bit of a touch. Oh!
He goes off straight on and right back into traffic as well. He's going to have a slowdown penalty, that's for sure. And here's Ben Siren defending from Corey McFarlane. As there's a car off as well. That's Matty Dowse, who's also gone off.
Matty Dowse.
And he's able to get that car back on track. Here's Chris Ireland having a look at David Leslie. Is he going to be able to get it done? He's right on the back of him. He's really trying to get that car around and not lose any time. Harry Dodds is up the back of Adam Hughes. And Corey McFarlane is now on the hunt.
Oh, come on. He's absolutely smoking these laps. Chris Ireland, he's on the hunt back again. He's down 4 spots, but he really wants to push this back again. He's made a lot of moves to come back up through 5 or 6 places up since earlier, so he's definitely on the fight back. I think one of the standouts right in front of him is actually David Leslie. Looking at the back of David Leslie's car right now, he's up 8 positions from his starting position. He's just been very, very for the After Dark Sim Racing car, and he's been very patient about things. He's just kept his nose out of things. He's lost the rear end a couple of times, but he's saved it and just been patient about this. And Chris Ireland is still on the hunt. He's going to be definitely looking behind him, if you know what I mean, Dano?
Yeah, he's going to keep his eyes on those mirrors, but also keeping his eyes in front to make sure that he can keep pushing. Chris Ireland is having to defend from Matty Dowse, I think that is. Or no, it's David Leslie, sorry, the 666 car. I think he sort of popped out of existence for a moment there, so a little bit of connection issues. But he looks to be stable again. And here's a 3-way battle. Braden Martin defending from Dean Sinkovich. He's catching Jake Edwards, Daniel Fritz, and that's Tim Korn up the front, and Nathan Gore is right on the back of that pack.
Ooh, what a train, look at that. These guys ran this roller coaster. It's so cool to see all these awesome liveries. Oh, down the inside, Jake Edwards is going to get it. He's going to get it done. No, yes, he's going to get it done. That's,
Side by side, Braden Martin and Daniel Fritz. They're going to be side by side through turn 9. So Braden Martin on the inside should have a little bit better of a run through the corner, as he's going to be on the inside. But he's going to have to make a move around the outside. A little bit of grass and has to pull up short. Dean Sinkovich gets a lot of ground through into the braking zone, but loses out on the exit of turn 10. Can Braden Martin maximize the exit? You can see he goes as wide as possible. And we cut to David Leslie and Ben Siren battling up the front for the lead. Sorry, that's not Ben Siren, that's Kyle Zink. These 9.5 cars are quite confusing.
Yeah, and it needs some more distinguishing features.
Definitely do. Get onto it, boys. We want to see some flashy stuff on those cars. We want to know who you are, as Harry Dodds is now chasing Adam Hughes, but he's got Corey McFarlane right on his tail. Corey's going to have the draft down the straight, and so's Harry. But is that draft going to be enough? He's not quite up the back of Adam, and this is going to be close coming into turn 10. We could have it 3 wide.
Oh, it might be. It seems like it might be. Or they're all going to be late on brakes.
Goes for it up the inside on Harry Dodds and gets it done. Harry just let it happen, left the door open, and Corey McFarlane got that move done so easily. He made it look like a knife through butter, as Greg Barber does the thing up the inside on Mitch Campbell.
Oh, what a move as well. Greg Barber's found some serious pace in that new livery, hasn't he? Wowee. Come on, son.
How beautiful is that camera shot from the curbing of turn 12 on the inside, as Greg Barber starts to pull a gap from Mr. Ben Siren. I think it's Ben Siren. Nope, Mitch Campbell. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Oh, we missed the Hughes.
There's so many of
Adam
these
Hughes.
9.5 Sim Sport cars.
And Adam Hughes, we're on the back of on the back foot of Adam Hughes right here, part of our illustrious broadcasting team here with Sim Racing World TV. So pretty awesome to see him out there leading the field tonight.
Well,
He's
here's
got one
the
position from his qualifying time. So
And here's the strategy difference between Adam and Corey. So Corey has actually pit. Adam hasn't pit yet. So Corey is on a different strategy. Adam's looking
Corey's
to go
right up
long.
his- Yeah.
And we're going to see towards the end of this race if it's going to pay off for either driver. Another person it'll pay off for is Chris Island, who the three cars in front
The
of him.
teammates defending.
Adam Hughes.
Oh, Mitch Campbell. Look at these boys.
Joint
just-
defense.
Oh,
He
look
goes
at
up the
him.
inside.
There you
Still,
go,
they're going
Mitch
to be
Campbell. Oh,
side by side
come on,
defending.
boys.
Mitch
This is
Campbell,
true
does he get
teamwork.
the
Let's
exit
go.
he needs? He goes up the inside, takes a very fine line through the corner, and he gets it done. A great move from Mitch Campbell.
Campbell. He got double locked and he still made it happen. Come on, Mitch. He's on a push hard. Come on. That was awesome.
It was a great move on Callan Hodgkinson up the inside. Here's Matty Dowse trying to get the position back on Chris Island, and they're both pushing to try and get in front of Ben Siren. Oh, no, sorry, Kyle Zink. I keep doing it. Ben Siren's up there somewhere, though, that's for sure. Adam Hughes up the inside. He's going to have the inside of turn 7. He has to
And
cover
Harry
off
Cox-
Corey McFarlane. Harry is still in this battle right up the back, and there is Ben Siren in the background.
Wow, where he's keeping the pace. This is our leader of our AM series at the moment. Benjamin Siren sitting there in 4th place.
There's Adam
Duking it out
Hughes.
with a
He's
Bruce
defending on the
Post.
inside. And Harry Dodds, is he going to be able to sneak through? He's not. A little bit of contact between the two. They are absolutely nip and tuck through the corners. Again, a little bit of contact through turn 11. Side by side through turn 12. You've got to lift now. Harry Dodds didn't have to lift, though. He's going to have the run on Adam Hughes up the inside. And he's now P2.
Come
So
on.
Harry Dodds maximizing his move on Adam Hughes, and Corey McFarlane is going to start to pull a gap now as Adam gets a little bit stuck now behind Harry.
And Harry Dodds was just being very patient there. He just let it all happen in front of him. That was a very impressive move. Let it happen in front of him, knew it was going to happen in front of him, and just made the right move at the right time. So well done. Mitch Campbell here. Just on the back of David Leslie. These guys are both up 5 places from their starting position, so they've had a great little race, but they're being chased by Callan Hodgkinson, who we know mid-race he's one to watch, man. He's one that hunts mid-race. He loves mid-race hunting.
This is a 4-car battle for P2 of the amateur class. Jake Edwards has sort of found himself in the battle and wanting to sort of get out the way and get through the battle as quick as he can to get out of the way. As here's Adam Hughes going for the move on Harry Dodds. Is going to go for it up the inside, just as Harry did to him. And easy done, but he goes deep.
He's locked it up.
A lock-up
He's hit the
from Adam
curb.
Hughes. He's going to have a slowdown, and I think he's going to come into the pit lane. No, he's not. He's going to serve the
Definite
slowdown. He's
evasive
going to drop
action.
back. There was a lock-up in front at the exit of turn 7 again, and Mitch Campbell gets a little bit of contact, a little bit of net code with David Leslie, and he gets the move done up the outside and inside of turn 10 through the chicane. Callan Hodgkinson trying to sneak through up the inside. Is he able to get the move done? We're going to have to cut to it. He does get it done.
Callan Hodgkinson
Beautiful.
up into 3rd place in the AM series. Let's go.
There's a car on the
and a
fence.
move of David Leslie. He was in the running too. Come on, massive moment.
So I think that's contact between Callan Hodgkinson and David Leslie off the exit of 12, and that could spell another safety car. So Adam Hughes might have been saved here. Here's the DSL Welding action replay. As you can see, Callan Hodgkinson and David Leslie side by side. And if you are side by side, you do have to lift. And it looks like Callan just didn't lift enough. And that may be called a racing incident, but props to David Leslie for holding his brakes as you should.
They were both on the ragged edge, and I think it didn't look like it was Callan's fault. It just looked like his car drifted far too wide, and etc. etc. sometimes you're a bit of a passenger. And I'm sure he wouldn't have meant it, but you know that was the result. So I feel
Here
for both
goes
drivers,
Jake
to be honest.
Edwards trying to go for it round the outside of Mitch Campbell. Does he get the move done? He does. Beautifully done through turn 10. And is he going to be able to hold it? He's got an inside line, so he's not going to have as much speed down the straight. Here comes Mitch Campbell up the outside. Is he going to be able to get the move done around the outside? No, Jake Edwards covers him off, and he's going to have the speed up the hill, and is going to be able to cover him off.
This sandwich. He wants to get out that meat. He wants to
Jake Edwards is going to push and get away from this pack and let them battle. This is the battle for the podium here in the amateur class, and Jake Edwards is P8 in the pro class. He's got 6.5 seconds to catch Greg Barber in front, but as long as this draft exists with the cars behind him, he's going to have trouble doing that.
Oh, he's going to have to push on. But these guys have got the beauty of being able to have a massive battle tonight. We've seen some gaps in past races and stuff like that. Road Atlanta always lends itself to this. I couldn't imagine doing. How many hours did you say it was around here, or is it a 10 hour?
It's 10 hours around here, so you can do it with 2 drivers. And you run 10 hours in the LMP2 or the GT3 car. And yeah, it's great fun. Survival is basically what you want. We qualified second. I think I had the top 30 lap time overall out of all of the splits over the weekend.
So you had good teammates then, Deno? Yeah.
I qualified, thank you very much.
Okay,
I'll have you know, I was the faster out of the two of us, so I was happy to lead us out.
Well done, brother. I was just winding down.
It was good fun. I love that race. I love this track, and I hope to be doing it again. It runs in October, so if you guys are looking for it, I'm going to try and get into Split 1. I don't think I'll get into it. I think I'll be in Split 2 again, but it's so much fun running this race. And any race around here, really, as Kyle Zink gets a Adam Hughes, looks to be running out of fuel, possibly. He's running very slowly. We'll get an action replay on what's happened. He's dropped down to P6. So here it is, and has he done what happened
some
before?
terminal damage here, I think.
He's come off
he has.
at the exit of turn 5.
Hit him,
No terminal damage, but lost the rear coming out of turn 5. That does happen in any car around here. You take a little bit too much curb, get the steering a bit bent, and you can drop down the order. So Adam is really going to be hoping for a safety car here. He's dropping places like it is nothing. He's needing to come into the pits. He's now behind Greg Barber. He's in P7 now.
But also, Dano, because it's such a close field tonight as well at Road Atlanta, even if you have a little kind of off, you kind of need, even if you slow down a little bit, you have to leave a lot of places. We've got a bit of an off here from Dean Sinkovich.
Big lockup. Oh, not even a lockup. He just carried way too much speed, didn't even lock it up. And he was able to get it under control, though, nice and quickly.
Oh, no, he's got it. Yeah, sweet.
He's now attacking Jeremy Bush.
Crisscross racing boys sticking together as always. Good to see. Even if they have a mixed race, they always stick together and they tend to always find each other, which is always impressive to see. And that's what I really love about the Porsche Cup, the GT3 Cup, is that there's such a team force, you know. You see the Crisscross Racing boys, you see the 959 boys, you see the After Dark boys, you know. You see all these teams together, and they, even if they have a mixed kind of race and stuff, safety cars come out, they always try to stick together, so it's awesome to see. Oh, bit of a moment.
Come out. Oh, Greg Barber trying to go side by side with Matty Dowse through turn 10 and wasn't able to do it.
I don't know. It looked like there's a bit of contact there, but we'll leave that to race control.
So no further action between car 28 and 666. So that was the contact between Callum Hodgkinson and David Leslie the lap before. As here we go side by side for these two. That was I think that's on Greg. That's on a little bit of Greg Barber. Yes, a little bit of netcode, but he started turning in a little bit too early. I don't know if he didn't realize that Matty Dowse was still there next to him. Needed to be on the left a little bit more. I don't think the safety cars come out Toddy? You said the safety car came out. I don't think it actually has.
Oh no! I thought it might come out. Sorry.
Ah,
So I didn't say it did come out. I said it. I thought it might come out. Be interesting to see if it would come out. I should have said. I apologise, everybody.
that's all good. Dean Sinkovic on the outside, just getting past Jeremy Bush. Nicely done. Missing the apex, though, on the corner. We'll see if he can get it through turn 7, as here comes Adam Hughes on Matty Doust. He's going to have the inside in turn 10. Will we see a repeat of what just happened? They both lock up. And Matty Doust goes a little bit deeper. Adam Hughes is going to have the exit that he wanted. They're going to be side by side. Matt Doust has the inside. He's not going to get as good of a run. He's got a little bit of damage to the rear end of that car. And Adam Hughes just drops back. So now these two are praying for a safety car. We've just hit halfway through this race. And they still haven't gone into the pits.
I'm praying for a safety car as well, just for these boys. A bunch the field back up, but keep it. I think this field is already bunched up enough, so no matter what happens, it's going to be a very, very interesting race. It's unfortunate for the guys that have fallen back a bit, but Callan Hodgkinson still in the push. We'll see what race control says about that earlier incident. Did you say that was this considered a racing incident? Was it? For that,
yeah, a racing incident between Callan Hodgkinson and David Leslie, so nothing came of that, as I thought it would be.
Callan's up 10 positions, so wowee.
So Adam Hughes now having a look again on Matty Doust. We've cut to Dean Sinkovic, who had a little bit of an incident. Adam Hughes, has he got the move done? Matty Doust was right on the grass. Does Adam get the move done? It looks like he's further up this time, and he does get the move done. So he is back up into P4. He's now got 3.5 seconds to catch Kyle Zink. Harry Dodson getting past Jeremy Bush.
I just had Tim Courtney have a bit of an off track as well. Tim Courtney was running. What's happening there?
Who was that?
Callan Hodgkinson, he was up 10 spots. He's just had it off. Wow,
crisscrossed car. He hasn't towed into the pit lane, but that could bring out the safety car.
Ooh, Adam Hughes will be praying for this. If it does, Callan Hodgkins is back on track now, but we'll go back to a DSL Welding Services action replay. Thank you very much for all your support. Callan Hodgkinson, what's happened here? Is he just,
bit of grass, too much curbing.
And he was braking on the curbing as well. Oh, no. Wow, yeah.
So that is what
Brakes
happens.
On curbs never work when you're going downhill, does it?
Thankfully, he got off the apex as quick as he could. Ben Siren now is having a look at Jeremy Bush. He has completed his pit stop as well. 12 seconds in the pit stop, and a total pit lane time of 40 seconds. So he's got a couple of cars to catch. Daniel Fritz hasn't pit. Tim Court has those. So
he's got enough space to be able to push himself there, even though he just had that little bit of a moment. He's got enough space behind him to Benjamin Siren, so he's got enough gap that he doesn't have to worry for now. But if he has another moment like that, he definitely has to worry about his the next guys, like Benjamin Siren and Daniel Fritz, because Daniel Fritz is now hunting him very, very hard, but Benjamin Siren also not far behind him. All he needs is just one little mistake, and it'll be all over it'll be Benjamin Siren and Daniel Fritz just straight up into that first position, and Benjamin Siren will catch him very quickly also if he makes a little mistake. I don't mean to commentator's curse or anything, but no pressure.
Nathan Gore trying to catch Braden Martin here. He is a lap down, Nathan Gore. Not too sure when that has happened, but I think that was when he had to tow after spinning at turn 12. So now he's trying to get those laps back. He's going to hope for a safety car, maybe get waved around. I don't know if he'll get that luxury. As he comes down the straight, he'll have the tow from Braden Martin. He's going to cut to the inside, or the outside of turn 9, inside of turn 10. Does he get the move done? Very late braking, and gets it stopped in time. That's a great move.
Oh, look at that. And straight up over the hill, just full straight lining it and full red lining it down through the hill there. Very difficult to get that line right, but apparently I find it very difficult. Everyone else doesn't, apparently. These locked on lads battling, but still battling while they're still kind of working together, it seems. So it's good, keeping each other's each other as teammates honest. Trying to catch these boys at the front in front of them. We got it's Nathan Gore in front of them there, but we've got Greg Barber that's actually on track. That is the person they need to be catching. Greg Barber just behind his teammate there, Jake Edwards. You always see these Paul Master cars very, very close together. They always try to work together, and as we see, especially with the pro class, these guys are well practiced in these cars and well practiced in their teams as well. So it's great to see that sort of teamwork, and it's great to see these guys kind of working together and for the viewers to see how cool teamwork can pay off for everybody, I suppose, you know.
Yeah, these strategies are... Adam Hughes is really pushing that fuel tank. And I don't know, maybe they didn't need to make a stop tonight. And he's just going to run to the end. But I think what has benefit Corey and Chris Island up the front is those fresh tyres that they were able to take under safety car. They could be hoping for a late one, though. If Adam can get that late safety car, he will probably be able to get those positions back. But, you know, those guys at the front will probably also pit as well, so it really could be up to anyone. Kyle Zink currently running in P3 and is under attack from Adam Hughes. Adam Hughes going to have the draft down the straight. Where does he place the car to get around him?
Oh, he's definitely got the run on him. He's definitely got the draft. He's definitely got the run on him. Slingshot down through the down the straight here. Here we go. Yeah, he's definitely...
Safety car is being called. Somebody has to tow. Braden Martin's had a huge crash. We're going to get a DSL Welding action replay. The safety car is out. Is Adam Hughes going to go into the pits? He is straight into the pits.
Oh, here we go.
Don't mess it up, Adam.
Game
He gets it nice and well. Here's Braden Martin. And has he gone in too late? Yep, completely missed the apex. Right. Oh, jumped that car off the curb. Big shunt into the corner, rolled 3 times, and that car was planted on its side. Yep, safety car was definitely needed for that one. That's worked out perfectly for Adam Hughes, who was able to get into those pits straight away.
You know me, Dano, I love a bit of carnage, and Shibby's in the background going, oh, I love it, come on. Oh, I love the carnage. I love the carnage.
So,
that was epic. That's exactly what I did today when I was practicing. That was the bump I was trying to explain to you, Dano. There. If you get it on the inside,
that's
when it goes off camera to the exit. Oh, maybe I was explaining it wrong. That was the corner. That's the bump.
Yeah, that is a big bump.
Yeah, maybe I just had too much grass on the inside.
You avoid that bump by only getting 2 wheels onto the curbing. Is it the exit of this corner that you were talking about, Toddy?
Yes.
Yeah, so you only want 2 wheels on that curbing on the right, or you want to just head straight across it. If you have a bent wheel going over that and it's not straight, it's very easy to unsettle the car.
And literally launches you over the crest of the hill into the wall.
As I had expected, Corey McFarlane goes into the pit lane as well. Looks like he's on pit exit now.
Power play, boys. Here we go. Senate imports.
I don't know if he took anything. Looks like he had a pit. Yeah, so 9.3 seconds, which is not really what it should be. So we're gonna see if anyone else.
Quick splash and dash.
Just
making sure he's got enough.
I think Chris Island also went in. But we'll definitely see what happens here. Corey is the leader.
They've just got Jeremy Bush just gone to the pits also. And Kellen Hodgson. as well into the pits as well. That's interesting. Everyone making the power play now. Just following the leader. Follow the leader. Simon says, go in the pits.
Yeah, they shouldn't be pushing too fast. It looks like a lot of these guys are actually getting that wave around that they wanted.
There we go. Peter Baxter out in the safety car once again. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Race Control and the Promo Department. Thank you very much for all your hard work.
So the best part of this for Adam Hughes, at least, is that fuel that he took is going to be a little splash. He's going to be able to get to the end, and he's going to have fresh tires all the way to the end. So you're right, Toddy. We did get 2 safety cars.
Oh, I'm getting better at this, bro. I'm getting better at this. Slowly but surely. But we've got these guys at the back here just racing to get back onto the back of this safety car here, just to try and come up to the back of the pack here. Just as we see Peter Baxter, we've got George Minus. George Minus has had he's had a good race actually. A bit earlier, he was had a bit of a rough time, but you know these cars are a bit of a roller coaster around here. But he's definitely made his spots back, and he's made his way up from his starting position. He's made it up 2 spots, so good drive from the number 69 car. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm pretty sure he used to be Mr.
Cars...
George Minus, right? No, it's just George Minus.
I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one.
Benjamin Sire sitting in the second spot in the M cars at the moment. Harry Dodd's just hunting him right now.
So the safety car is still looking for those leaders. I'm not too sure where they are. I feel like the leaders have definitely gone around. Oh no, there we go. We've finally caught up to the leaders. So Callan Hodgkinson is there. Tim Cornt's there. Stephen Sinkovich is up there. And we can run you through the order. So Corey McFarlane, Tim Cornt. This is the overall order. So Corey McFarlane, Tim Cornt, Chris Ireland, Ben Siren, Harry Dodd, Kyle Zink, Adam Hughes, Mitch Campbell, Greg Barber, Jeremy Bush, Matty Dowse, Daniel Fritz, Jake Edwards, Dean Sinkovich, David Leslie, and Nathan Gore is in the pits as well. Callan Hodgkinson is in the pits as well, apparently. Not too sure about that. Sorry. Oh, no, sorry. George Minus, Braden Martin, and Stephen Sinkovich up the back. So I think there's a couple of back markers stuck in this little field here. Because I think I saw Callan Hodgkinson is right behind Corey McFarlane. And I think Stephen Sinkovich is also involved there. So why they didn't get a wave around, I'm not too sure. I think the safety car should have stayed out. It is staying out for another couple of laps. So I think Callan and Stephen should get a wave around there. I'm not too sure why they haven't.
It's very impressive from Tim Cornt and Benjamin Siren. Those both the top 2 in our AM class right now, 2nd and 4th in our pro in overall at the moment. So definitely battling with these top guys. We'll see some progression from some of these AM drivers into the pro for next season, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a couple of promotions going on within those teams. I'm getting those guys into the pro series, but I think we've got good. I think a 10 and 10 is pretty good, so maybe a couple of people will get demoted, some people will get promoted. That'd be a nice system to have, wouldn't it, Toddy?
Yeah, most definitely, you know, and it gives those AM drivers something to strive towards, you know, getting a bit of coaching and working with their teammates and those sort of things. And then also on the flip side, if you're in the pro class and you do get sort of shuffled back to the AM class, it gives you a bit of a chance to get your mojo back a little bit and maybe get a couple of podiums, you know, for that following season, and then work your way back up to the pros. And sometimes once you do that, that's when you actually gain a lot more skill, and then you get a lot more pace back in the pros again. So, you know, it's a really great system to have, and it's great to be part of a league if you can do that, because it really helps you develop as a driver, I believe.
Yeah, it also puts a lot of pressure on those pro drivers to perform each week and makes that battle very, very tough to, and it'll make it a bit more competitive, because you don't want to be dropped down to the amateur class. And if you're in the amateurs class, you want to be promoted. So, you know, it's a little less pressure on the amateurs and a little bit more pressure on the pros. But come the end of the season, I'm sure it's going to start to heat up. We're at round 6 now here at Road Atlanta, and we'll have 4 rounds to go after this round. So 4 more weeks of racing, and it should get very, very spicy, especially if Corey McFarlane decides to join us for those 4 weeks.
Oh yes, very, very spicy. He's very, very fast in anything he drives, I believe. So he's definitely one to watch, Mr. Corey McFarlane. But I am loving the safety cars. I always kind of secretly hope for safety cars every round, just to bunch the pack back up a little bit, and then just make it real interesting. And then we've got a lot to kind of, you guys got a lot to action to watch, and we've got a lot of action to commentate on. So I'll leave it back to you for race start, Dano.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go green here, as we have gone green, as Ben Siren leads away. Corey McFarlane, sorry, is up the front. Sorry, I'm not too sure what's going on there. 3 wide all the way through turn 3. There's no way they're getting through there. There's absolute chaos towards the back of the field. Sorry, I actually missed the start. David Leslie gets through on Nathan Gore. That was absolute chaos going into turn 3. Greg Barber is currently in front of Matty Dowse. Matty Dowse going to pull to the inside and try and get alongside. He's going to be covered off by Greg Barber. Great defending from Greg there. And in front of them is, I believe that is actually Ben. Both locking up into the corner. Luckily, there's a lot of tarmac on the outside, but Matty Dowse gets the move done. In front of them, Adam Hughes is trying to make the move. I think that is Kyle Zink in front of him. It is Kyle Zink, and in front of them is Harry Dodds and Jake Edwards. No, sorry, not Jake Edwards, Callan Hodgkinson. So those back markers really getting involved, and it is proving a problem for these guys trying to lap him.
It's crisscross. There's 3 crisscross racing boys and then 3 959 racing boys in that pack. They're just all just sort of trying to keep each other away from each other and trying to battle each other off there. Nathan Gore back up onto track, onto 9th place now. So he's made his way up quite a bit now. He's definitely benefiting from this safety car. Matty Dowse still on the push. Oh, we've had a bit of contact there.
Big contact, and that from I think it was Kyle Zink. No, Mitch Campbell was not the greatest either. Got in the way of a big field of cars, and this is what happened with the last safety car. We had a massive train of cars. Matty Dowse getting on the front. A massive save. What a save from Matty Dowse. And is able to keep the position on Greg Barber. Wow. That's a great move. And up the inside there, I think it's Mitch Campbell on Callan Hodgkinson. He gets a bit of grass. And it's all happening here at Road Atlanta.
These crisscross boys aren't happy what they just had to avoid there. So I'm sure they're just coming down on the inside. Oh, Matty Dowse getting taken on the inside there from Greg Barber, having a brilliant run on the inside. Oh, sorry,
Mitch Campbell's going to have a look up the inside. They're almost 3 wide. They are 3 wide through the corner.
The crisscross boys are going together.
Contact.
Oh,
there
Matty
is contact.
Dowse coming to the back. Oh, no.
Matty Dowse gets away scot-free, and there was contact all the way back. Here's Harry Dodds having a look at Ben Siren. Oh, look at that windscreen wiper going ahead. They're getting ready for the rain here on iRacing. I cannot wait until that comes round.
Yeah, just waving at the crowd at the moment, aren't they? I can't wait for rain as well. I can't believe there's no rain already. I can't. Hopefully it comes by next season. Imagine next season with rain. Woohoo! The rain invasion instead of the American invasion? Come on. Yeah, we've had a couple of...
There's another car off on the inside. He's going to cover off the SRW car of Dean Sinkovich. He has to get out of the way. Here goes Jake Edwards up the inside of Jeremy Bush. Does he get the move done? Lovely, smooth move up the inside. He's now chasing Daniel Fritz. Here's Ben Siren up the inside of Tim Court. This is for the pole position in the amateur class. They're side by side through turn 9. Harry Dodds is just watching this happen. He's trying to get past and get catching up to Chris Island. Ben Siren gets the move done. He's taken a little bit too much grass, I think, on the inside. He might have a slowdown. Definitely would have been an off track. All 4 wheels were definitely off the track there. Harry Dodds up the inside of Tim Corn. He's got the move done up the inside. He certainly does love the move like that. That's a great move up the inside from Harry Dodds, and Tim Court now has a lot of work to do.
He's definitely increased his patience, old Dodsey. I'm loving it. I'm loving seeing it. I'm loving seeing
Jake
it. Very
Edwards
nice.
looking for it up the inside of the Makita car. If Daniel Fritz gets it done, Daniel Fritz is going to have the run, though, through the corner. But Jake Edwards, great move and great car placement to fend him off. And through this corner, even though Daniel had a little bit more exit speed, that you just can't get around the outside here at Road Atlanta through the S's. So he's going to have to be patient and try and use that draft to his advantage. There is a 4-car battle up the front as well. Kyle Zink all the way down to Greg Barber. Might have to jump up the front and have a look at that, but this is a 6-car battle almost here. Here's Matty Doust, Adam Hughes and Greg Barber having a look. Adam Hughes is going to cut to the inside at turn 9. Is he, or is he going to stay to the outside? He does stay to the outside at turn 9. He'll have the inside for turn 10. He should have the move done and dusted. Late braking. He's going for it. Oh, Mitch Campbell. Big contact. Big contact. Adam Hughes. I think it was the big lockup. Adam Hughes is already on the comms explaining what's happened. He might have a penalty for that. That was a big one.
Oh, Kyle Zink.
And that was a massive incident. I'm not too sure what's happened there. We'll have to get a replay.
It looked like Kyle Zink was really late on the braking, or he locked up really hard and he's just taking out the 2 front guys in front of him. That's what it seemed like to me, but, you know, I'll leave it to race control. But
oh, there is Dean Sinkovich going off for turn 1. He's got it back.
Oh, drifted on the grass, lawn mowing. Oh, what a catch. Come on. He should be on the baseball pitch. Come on.
There's 10 laps to go. Oh, Dean is getting a little bit frustrated, absolutely taking those cones out. So we'll have a look now. DSL Welding action replay here. This is what happened with Adam Hughes and Matty Douse. So you can see how much later Adam was on the brakes, and Kyle started turning in, and a big lockup from Matty Doust and Adam Hughes. So Adam just really misjudged his braking point. They both kind of did, trying to outbrake each other. And Kyle Zink was really just a passenger. He couldn't do anything to get out of the way.
Maybe avoid it, and that's why he's locked up, maybe? I don't know. It seems like, yeah, it seems like a group mistake from a bunch of them, from 2 of them.
That's what happens when you're battling hard. There can be drivers that just get underway. You can see just how much later Adam braked compared to Matty Doust. And it was a big right-hand side contact with Kyle Zink. Unfortunately, a passenger in that incident. That's his race probably ruined as well. And Adam Hughes is not going to be happy with that in his hopes of getting that championship nice and tucked away once again to defend. Unfortunately, we don't have the round five standings just yet. But of course, we did have Blake Delaney winning. He's actually not racing tonight, so it would have been Adam Hughes able to get a lot of points back on Blake, who won. I think he won last time out.
Yeah, we've got Benjamin Siren as well, leader in our pro and our AM class, and he's currently in 3rd position overall. And we've seen him. Seen him in the top 5 most rounds this all rounds. I'm pretty sure it's been all rounds. He's been in the top 5s, and he's even got a couple of podiums in this melee with the pro boys. And I think he's just been very consistent. He's been very patient, which has been really awesome to see. You know, and he's up 6 positions already.
He's got to go for it, I think, into turn 1. Harry Dodds, here he goes. He's going to be patient once again. I don't think I have that patience that Harry Dodds has. I think that's something that he's learnt over this season, is that patience can actually be a very good thing in these cars.
Yeah.
And he's slowing down quite a lot, but I think that was just to go through the corner. He's really sitting behind.
Left the pits, so
I think we do actually have a safety car once again. So that was for that incident, I think, with Adam Hughes, Kyle Zink, and Matty Doust.
Kyle Zink's had a big crash.
I've been told there's another incident. Here's Kyle Zink and Adam Hughes once again. Did he get on that curbing and lose it? He did lose the rear end. A massive hit into the concrete fence.
Oh, the whole bonnet's off and everything. Wowee.
A massive
or
hit.
The frunk, we should call it, really. A frunk, right?
Front trunk.
Yeah, front trunk. Front.
Still a bonnet, I think. So,
I
yeah,
think so
safety
too.
car got called once again. So a third safety car here. And there's not too many laps to go. It's going to be about a 5-lap sprint to the end. So here he goes, completely loses it. That's a great camera
massive.
angle that we've got there. Thank you very much, Shibby. That was beautiful.
And we won't see another safety car for the last 5 laps, guys. They'll let the race run. So this hopefully it's our last safety car we'll see, and they'll let the race run from those last 5 laps. So
I think Adam Hughes is going to take this time to go quickly get a fast repair, but he's going to want more points, so he might not take it. He's got quite a damaged car though, so I think he's going to need to take that fast repair if he still has one in his pocket.
yeah, I'm sure when he's sitting in his rig right now, his wheels are definitely not straight.
No, wheels straight. It's definitely straight.
Oh no, okay, cool. So he doesn't
looks
have
like he
as
didn't
much
have any-
suspension damage as he could have. Then that's fine.
Yeah, the wheel alignment looked to be all right, so just a big hit. We'll see. Does he duck into the pits? He doesn't. He stays out, so obviously that damage isn't affecting him too much. Doesn't actually look like it is too bad, actually, on his end. So thankfully, quite well away. Yeah, it doesn't actually look like that car's damaged at all.
Oh, he's getting pushed along by the boys.
Dean Sinkovic in front of him, just weaving back and forth. Here's the DSL Welding action replay. Steven Sinkovic, I think he's outbroke himself. Yep, rear end went round, and he is going to be keeping it out of the wall. A nice drift, a good showing of his skills.
I think he's just showing off the car tonight, isn't he? He's done a lot of... And he's racing in VR as well. Maybe he's just like, yeah, man, I'm just bored during the safety car part. I might just drive off the track.
VR is completely different. I would love to be able to race in VR. Gives you such a different sense of speed and driving. It can really actually can improve your skills, but can also take them away when you first start doing it, because it is such a big change. You know, you're actually checking your mirrors and everything, so it can be a big change.
Really scared of it, I think I'd just feel really sick, but I don't know. But I suppose you'd get used to it though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose you would eventually. I don't know how long he's been racing in VR for.
That's why on the old Saturday Night Mayhem, everyone used to always try and take him out, because they knew we're all just trying to make him vomit because he was in VR, but never happened. So he's pretty robust. So.
So Corey McFarlane leads him and Chris Island away. It is currently a 1-2 for Send It Sim Sports up at the front of the grid. They're going to be very happy about that. Harry Dodds is going to have to defend from Greg Barber, Jake Edwards, and Adam Hughes, and Matty Doust, I think, for the remainder of this race. The safety car is going to be coming in this race, and we're going to have to see where these cars start to go.
Oh, so yeah.
He's backing them up and just goes now, so right before the exit of turn 12, even the entry of turn 12, we get back underway and racing here. You can see them bouncing through turn 12. Adam Hughes has a lot of ground to make up.
Well, I got the teammates from Senate Sim Sports in 1-2 at the moment. I'm sure they'll work together. I'll see if do you reckon there'll be any team orders towards the end of the race to let Mr. Island pass? Because Mr. Island has a lot more points at the moment than Corey McFarlane, I think, in the championship, or a little bit more, so there might be better team orders, but Corey McFarlane doesn't seem like the sort of dude to let that happen. Harry Dodd's on board here. He's always been patient. It doesn't look like he's patient anymore. He's on the push.
Ooh, a little bit of contact there from Harry Dodds, and with pit siren. Does he get the move done? He's right up the back of him. He's trying to get it done. He's got Greg Barber right on the back, looking to capitalize on this situation. That damage wasn't there wasn't any damage that looks to be on those cars. Harry Dodds up the inside. He's gonna able to maintain the brakes. A little lock up on the inside from Ben Siren. Is Greg Barber able to capitalize on that one? He is not, unfortunately. Harry Dodds up into P3 overall.
That roll through speed through that corner was impressive from Harry Dodds. He even bat an eyelid. He went through there and he just kept the foot down and pushed on. So very impressive. And Hughesy with a beautiful pass on Jeremy Bush there. So Hughesy's up a few more positions again now. So after that little bit of an incident, so he's pushing hard again. Locked on racing with Tim Court, sitting there in third position in our AM class. He was sitting in first position for a large part of this race here, but Benjamin Siren back up into first there in the AM class. Matty Doust on the inside, trying to take Dean Sinkovic here. Is he going to be able to make it? Oh, Dean Sinkovic trying to make that SRW car very wide. He's stuck there behind the Locked On Lads boys. Daniel Fritz. That's a nice looking delivery, bro, huh?
Isn't it just? It's a beautiful McKee delivery. Adam Hughes now chasing Tim Korn. He is really trying to get those positions back with what little time he has left. Side by side, Matty Doust and Dean Sinkovic. Matty Doust round the outside. Look at the rear of that Porsche.
Oh,
that's probably going to
edge.
be affecting him. A little bit of speed, I reckon, on the rear of that Porsche. And Adam Hughes gets away. Ben Siren now defending from Greg Barber and attacking Harry Dodds. So this is the battle for overall P3 on your screens now. They are all trying to catch Chris Island and Corey McFarlane.
They're going to have to push hard, but they're not too far behind him. So this little battle pack, if they are battling, as long as they don't battle too much and they kind of somewhat work together, they'll be able to catch Chris Island and Corey McFarlane. I'm not sure if they'll be having that in their mind or they're too much in midst of the battle with these 4 laps to go. I think they're just in the midst of this battle, right? Adam Hughes still with a little bit of damage on that car. He's still pushing hard, but it's not showing too many battle scars on that car at the moment. And not as many as I thought there would be. Matty Doust is definitely showing some battle scars on the back of that car. He's definitely looking a bit unsettled in the exit of a lot of these big, wide-spanning exits of corners. Oh, and he's made that move on Jeremy Bush, so he's had a beautiful move, Matty Doust there. It doesn't seem to affect him that much. Maybe it's just skill and bluster over damage at the moment.
So Greg Barber, is he going to be able to get the move done this lap? There's 3-4 laps to go. We're definitely going to hit the lap limit here at Road Atlanta. We're not going to hit that time limit, thankfully. As much as I'd like us to, it's pretty much an endurance here, actually, with the amount of laps that they're doing. This is a really, really long race. They've been driving for an hour and 10 minutes now, so no respite at all for these drivers.
No, that's good. Oh,
Matty Doust side by side with Daniel Fritz. Is he going to be able to get the move around the outside? It looks like he is. A great move.
Come on, Matty.
Great move around the outside.
And he definitely gave Daniel Fritz no place to go. He literally put that car in the most perfect spot. Daniel Fritz had no option to stay where he was, because either way, if he had turned either way, he would have been off track. So, you know, very, very, that's a knowledgeable head coming out there. So
Harry Dodds defending from Ben Siren and Greg Barber, able to maintain the position. A great move to defend as Ben Siren goes a little bit wide. Greg Barber, does he have the speed to try and get the move done on Ben Siren? Goes very wide, has to pull that car up, and now he's going to drop back and have to defend from his teammate Jake Edwards, I think.
Greg Barber still
except
in the
956 Sport Chevy.
959 Sim Spots, yeah, baby. So, Crisscross Racing, these boys have been sticking together again this week, which is very impressive to see. But there's plenty of them on track. Adam Hughes still trying to push on the back here. Daniel Fritz has dropped down a few spots there. So he's had a bit of a moment there, Daniel Fritz. So I wondered why he's back behind the locked on lads. He was in front of them, so might be able to go back to a bit of a replay there.
Yeah, side by side here, Jake Edwards and Adam Hughes. Is Adam Hughes able to defend? Yeah, I think that's a bit of team orders there, saying just stick behind me, mate. I'll pull you through. Adam Hughes trying to catch Greg Barber now. He's looking for P4 in the Pro Series, and I think that's P6 or 5.
Oh,
I think it's
Hughes is
P5.
in the pits.
Oh, Adam Hughes in the pits?
Oh wow, Hughes is in the pit. Has he run out of? Did he not do the splash and dash? He did pit pretty late. He didn't do the pit when everybody else did the pit.
He did. He did pit
Oh.
when everyone else did under the second safety car. He did go into pit lane, but it looks like he's got a drive-through penalty. It looks like that. You know what that could be from? It could be from off tracks.
Oh, okay. Was it that tire or that wheel on wheel earlier?
It looks like he may have had too many incidents, too many off tracks and 4Xs. Of course, for every contact with other cars, you get a 4X on the iRacing service, and an off tracks, which is defined by, I think, 4 wheels off the track now. You will get a 1X, which is an off track. So if you get too many of those, I believe it's 17 in the official races, you will get a drive-through penalty. So that may have been what happened with Adam Hughes there.
I see. I've never gotten to 17, so I'm glad I've never had to experience that. So on to our last lap, guys. White flag, into our last lap, guys. There's a bit of damage there on the front of that and the back of Matty Dow's cars also, but Matty Dow's on the hunt now, pushing onto the back of Tim Corn. Oh, Tim Corn on the hunt as well of Mitch Camel, but he's just trying to hold off Matty Doust here. Oh, come on.
Side by side through turn 3, Matty Doust gets that move done on defending. That's a great move. Beautiful car placement. You've got to get it nice right up the middle into turn 3, and he's done that very well. Greg Barber is looking for P3 in the pro standings, and he's looking for P4 in the overall. I don't know if he'll be able to get to Harry Dodds. Corey McFarlane looks to have got this done. He's got 3 or 4 corners left to go, and he should have the win done and dusted. He might give it to Chris Ireland, given that he hasn't done the race all season. I don't think he will, though. A win is a win, and you take them where you can. It looks like he is actually giving it to Chris Ireland.
I picked it. Team orders.
Team orders. So he gives the win to Chris Ireland, the man who has been racing all season. Gets the win here at Road Atlanta. We round the final corner, turn 12, and across the line. Chris Ireland is your race winner here at Road Atlanta. Harry Dodds comes home in P3, Corey McFarlane P2, and Ben Sarin is your winner for the amateur drivers as well. Mitch Campbell in P2, Tim Caunt P3, very close between them, 0.8 of a second. Adam Hughes was P7 in the pros, and that's going to hurt him in his chase for the title.
It is. There's going to be very cat amongst the pigeons, but he did have a bit of damage. I'm not sure what it was. It didn't seem like there was that much looking damage on screen, but he was definitely... Something happened there, and he was immediately a lot slower. We thought he might have to pit there, but he didn't, and he just kind of pushed on, I think, and he's just relying on his teammates for the draft, possibly.
Yeah, exactly right.
So just bear with us, guys, while we'll bring down the Pro and M drivers.
So your Pro driver grid is on the screen now. That is the top 10, the 10 drivers that race tonight. Corey McFarlane is the winner, apparently. Chris Ireland has been slapped with a penalty. Oh, I do believe that's incorrect, though.
Oh, I see.
Don't see any incidents between the two of them, so not too sure what's happened there. It does look like he has dropped down though. That's very, very weird. We'll see. That might be a glitch. But no, Corey McFarlane should have not been racing. That's why. Chris Island has been racing. Yeah.
That's
That's
weird.
very weird. It looks like a 30-second penalty has been given. So not too sure what's happened there. We'll
Have a
let
little
you
bit of
guys
damage
know
on the
as we
front of
get
his car there,
updated.
but who knows? He's not happy about it.
Yeah, there's the amateur results. Ben Siren, Mitch Campbell, Tim Cornt is your top three. A great drive from them. Ben Siren, not a privateer for 9.5 Simsport. I think Mitch Campbell is as well. So a 1-2 from them. Very nicely done. Tim Cornt for Locked On Lads brings home the P3. Jeremy Bush as well for the Locked On Lads. So a good second row for them. Daniel Fritz, Dean Sinkovich, who started P3, drops down to P6. A bit of an unfortunate one for him. And David Leslie, George Minor, Stephen Sinkovich, Callan Hodgkinson, and Peter Baxter was your safety car this evening. Oh, wow. So that is the 30-second penalty. So he would have had a drive-through, and since it was the last lap, he wasn't able to take it. So Chris Island has lost his win. Corey McFarlane does take the win. Harry Dodds, P2. And there is your overall standing. So Corey McFarlane, Harry Dodds, Ben Siren, Greg Barber, Jake Edwards, Mitch Campbell, Matty Doust in P5 for the pros, and P7 for the overalls. A great race from him. Tim Cornt, Jeremy Bush, Daniel Fritz, Dean Sinkovich, Adam Hughes, Chris Island, David Leslie, Braden Martin, George Minus, Stephen Sinkovich, Callan Hodgkinson, Kyle Zink, and Nathan Gore rounding out your top 10. We have your top 2 drivers in the green room. I'll bring them in as soon as I can. Corey and Harry, great race from you two this evening. Corey, you absolutely dominated that race, and you've not done a race with us here on SRW in the Porsche Cup cars yet. That was a great drive, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us about your race.
Yeah, not much to say really. Just yeah, at the end just may have put in a little bit too little fuel and had to go max fuel save in the last lap because I wasn't paying attention, and a few good battles at the start of the race as well, so it was good fun.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that race. Are you going to continue to drive the Porsche Cup Series here on SRW?
Yeah, not too sure. I'll see if I'm available on more Thursdays, but yeah, hopefully it's good fun.
All good. Harry, how was your race, mate? You had an absolute blinder at the end there after that third safety car. You had actually a really nice race. You had a lot of battles with a couple of different drivers, and really worked your way up the grid. How did you find it out there?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm actually really, I'm kind of surprised, but also not surprised, because this track's probably one of my favourites to go on, really, and I do often click well with it when it's on my best days. But yeah, had some good battles there. Like Corey, absolutely dominant. Like he was way too far off in the distance. Like no one was going to catch him. Had some good battles all up and down the field, and yeah, pretty happy to get P2 there.
Yeah, nicely done. Todd, did you have anything to add for these boys? I feel like I haven't covered everything.
No, I just feel it was very, very close racing tonight, guys. So I thought you were very patient tonight, just to take your opportunities where you could take your opportunities, etc., etc. It was awesome from our point of view, just to watch how close the racing was tonight. It was just awesome. So that's all I had to say.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, it was Tyson's obviously in my ear for tonight. So yeah, we kept me honest, and yeah, we played a good strategy really. Like we wanted to run long initially, but like the second plan was originally to go to lap 17, but because we had that safety car in, we sort of chopped that off. So we stayed out, had a good battle with Hughesy, and yeah, we pressed on there. Pressed on to the top.
Yeah, nicely done. We've also got Greg Barber, P3 in the pros tonight. Greg, how did you find that one? You sort of found yourself in the mid-pack for most of that race, and then ended up on the podium.
Yeah, I don't know if the strategy really helped me or hindered me tonight. Sort of pitted onto that early safety car just to top the tank off, and I actually took a couple of left side tyres thinking that they'd get me through the end pretty well. But then when the late safety car came out, all the pit stuff was set up to do the same thing, and I forgot to change the tyres. I forgot to take the tyres off, so that probably cost me a little bit of time in the end. But no, it was good racing coming through with those boys. Thanks to Adam for getting some of them out the way for me. That was unfortunate for those guys, but it helped me out. And yeah, good racing at the end there with Harry and Ben.
Yeah, very impressive with Ben racing with you guys as well. Up from the AM class, we'll definitely see him tussling with you guys for next season for the Pro Series, so that'll be interesting also, I think.
Yeah, he was driving really well. I had a bit of pace on him through the chicane.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, he was too quick onto the straight and just couldn't do anything with it.
Very impressive. Good to see his pace and see him coming up, and that gives us a good segue to the AM drivers, I'm sure, as well. Okay, I'm just segueing back. So would you boys like to send it Sim Sports boys? Who out of you guys would like to thank your sponsors?
Yeah, but hello. Hello.
You know, you're back.
Back.
We got you down.
Yes. Corey, we'll start with you, mate. Sponsors. Thank you. Give you time to thank your sponsors.
Yeah, thanks everyone at Sim Sports, Chris and Nathan for racing tonight in here. Hobbs Trenching and Boring, PPS for Josh Thomas as well. Brilliant setups tonight. Sydney Computers, AJ Insurance, Transform Media, Pixel Blocks, CD, Cinematography, and 27 Designs.
Thank you very much, Corey. We'll go to you, Harry, P2 tonight.
So yeah, obviously big thanks to West End Motor Group, one of our major sponsors on there. West End Mazda, Tyson Bet, all the best bets from Tyson McAvoy. Truck Racer, CowieMusic.com, and obviously all the boys at Performance Sim Racing. Hashtag Talk to Me Bro and Toozy Finance to go with it. Plus also Paramount Isuzu Utes, and also I want to give a big shout out to Tyson, because I haven't done one for him for a while. So yeah, big thanks to him. We have quite a good strategy with him. His strategies were on point tonight, and I really appreciated that. Plus also my boys back at my local football club who are watching tonight. Got that one done for you boys. So well done to that.
Yeah, good podium, Harry. I hope you enjoy that one and they get round you at the footy on the weekend. Greg, we'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, all the supporters of the Crisscross Poolmaster number 22, of course, Poolmaster Bayside, Smoke Studio, Shunt Scenery, and June Designs for the livery. Thanks again. It was a good race tonight.
Cool, thank you very much. Well, we're going to get the amateurs in now. Ben Siren, Mitch Campbell, and Tim Cornt, your P1, 2, and 3. Ben Siren, we're going to start with you. Actually, no, we're going to leave you to last because you've had a really good race, and we're going to save the best for last. We'll start with you, Tim, because you had a very eventful race actually this evening, and so did you, Mitch. But we'll start with you, Tim. Found yourself really amongst the pack with in between some pro and some amateurs. How did you find it out there, Tim?
Look, thanks, guys. Yeah, found it okay. To be honest, I was just saying to the guys, it's just way too many mistakes for me just after that last race. But Look, it was a bit of a shot trying to take the early pace car fuel stop just to see if I can make it to the end. It was pretty tight. I was trying to save as much fuel as possible, and it would have been tight at the end. But the last couple of pace cars helped out. But yeah, just way too many mistakes. I think well done to Greg for missing me out the back there, because he only just missed me when I was flying across the track. When I got my rear on the sand, it was pretty close.
I'm just gonna hand it to Toddy to take the rest of the interviews. I'm just gonna go fill up some water.
Okay. So, Mitch, how did you find tonight's race, mate?
Oh yeah, it was good. Had its ups and downs. Ben had a good result. Unfortunately for Kyle, he didn't finish, but yeah, it was good. It's a good track to race around. Get a bit of a slipstream up back straight, so got to, I don't know, send it pretty much to try and get a move done. But yeah, the boys were good racing tonight and had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it seems like you boys have all done quite a few laps around here. Is that just because it's quite often throughout the officials and stuff like that in these cars? So you've had a bit more time around this track than you have in previous rounds in the American Invasion?
I've raced here, I think, once or a couple of times before in the V8, but I actually only found it off Kyle tonight where we were racing. So,
wow, hey, so that's pretty impressive,
yeah.
mate. Oh,
It's
maybe beginner's luck, is it? Or
Yeah, we'll just go with that.
yeah, okay, nice. We'll hand to Ben as well. Ben, mate, what a drive again for you this week, mate. You're always just, you're definitely just one of my personal favourites, just because I've seen you improve from season 1 as well. And the start of season 1 was not the best for you, and you really stepped it up the last half of last season, and you've really stepped it up the start of this season as well. So it's great to see a really, really awesome drive from you. Are you crapping your DAX a little bit because you're going to go into pro next season, obviously?
Yes and no. I enjoy the battles out there with the guys. It's always good fun to be in amongst it all. Yeah, like I was saying last week, if you're racing against better guys, you strive to be those guys. So you're always learning from them, especially that race there. I had a front row seat. I don't think I breathed for the first 3 laps. It was very exciting. It was mega racing. Awesome. Loved it.
Oh, awesome. Very awesome. So we'll hand to Tim to thank the sponsors, and we'll go back to Mitch and then to Ben again.
Yeah, cheers. Just brewster.coffee. Check out Ash's website, and obviously Locked On Lads. Thanks to the boys.
And Mitch, who would you like to thank tonight?
Oh, I could probably speak for me and Ben here. But yeah, just thanks to you guys putting on the broadcast and everyone that runs the series and race control, obviously putting it on. It makes our week really enjoyable. 95 Sim Sports, the boys there put in a lot of effort and setups and stuff like that. So big thanks to Ben and Kyle for that. Racecraft Simulations, RSW Graphics, Racing Ears, Custom Ear Protection, and Cutting Edge Tracks. Thank you.
Oh, and Ben, is there anybody extra you'd like to thank, or personally for our race winner for our AM series and number 3 on the podium as well? Come on.
Yeah. Did I make it on the podium?
Yeah, bro, you did.
Oh,
Number 3.
yeah.
Come on, son. Come on.
Sensational. How good.
Yeah.
My lovely wife. I'd like to thank her for
She's not standing next to you with a gun to your head, is she?
It's not an Oscar, bro.
No. There's an awfully tight tie on my neck, though.
No, but the more you thank them, the more you're allowed to spend on sim equipment, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I literally come in. Kyle does the setups for us every week. Does a quick skid on them for a couple of days, tweaks them, and then sends them to Mitch and I. And I literally come on tonight, do the practice session, and then qualify. Because it's a busy life at the moment, like everyone else, but we make it work. So I'd like to thank my lovely wife for allowing me to do this. It's one of my passions, and very thankful to be able to do it.
Well, we're glad she gives you time to do it also, bro.
Ben was practicing for next week's race, thinking it was tonight.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Mitch, for that.
Oh,
Stitch
wow.
up. Boink. Yep.
That's awesome. So you should be really fast next week then, right?
Yeah.
No pressure, bro.
I got the dates wrong and caught the wrong plane.
Wow,
I ended over at VIR.
Oh,
Yes.
wow,
Honestly,
way
so,
I,
too
thought,
forward, eh?
I thought we were at VIR as well tonight, so it wasn't just you.
Oh, good, excellent. Actually, I think I did see you on that same plane. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, row C, right?
So yeah, Qantas Lounge. I saw it. Yeah.
Are you guys the
Red
boys that
wine.
are just asking for endless beers in that row?
Yes.
Just yeah, okay,
Yep.
cool. Yeah, it all
Yeah, it was
explains
good.
itself now.
It was good. And explains the practice as well at VIR. Whoops.
Oh, so we should see some awesome pace from you boys next week then. Right?
Hopefully, it's a track that I actually enjoy as well. It's similar. Yeah, it's similar curbs, similar bumpiness to this. Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah,
Good fun.
Definitely going to be a lot of action. We might see a few more safety cars than we saw tonight.
Oof. Yeah, there's a couple. It was all good fun. Good racing by everyone.
Awesome. Well, do we want to close up the stream?
Oh, of course. So, thank you very much, everybody, for our round 6 for the Porsche GT3 Cup, brought to you by Sim Racing World, and supported by our major sponsor, DSL Welding Services. And a big thank you to our promo department, Race Control, and Dragonrc also. So much love for you guys. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you give us some love on all our socials, on all our streams. Make sure you come back for all our 6 nights a week. I won't go through what we are every night of the week, but big thank you from myself, Todd Thorburn, our host tonight, Dano Harris, and our illustrious producer, Nathan Shibby. Thank you very much. Much love, and keep safe, legends.